Hey, welcome to Classic Performance. It's an early morning and it's an extremely cold morning. I think it's about 13 degrees outside right now. And we're going to be taking a little trip, and we're going to be taking a trip in the 911 SC in very cold weather. And we're also going to check the fuel economy, the fuel mileage of it on this holiday trip here, and just see what kind of fuel economy a 911 SC gets. And it is cold out, and you can see we've got ice. And it is, like I said, it's about 13 degrees outside. And I don't know if you can see this. Here's a picture from our thermometer. It is about 12.8 degrees outside right now. So it is a chilly one. So let's hit the road. Let's get some gas and be on our way. And since it is so extremely cold out, if you watch our last upload, I talked about the warm-up regulator, the WUR, which helps the engine warm up when it's really cold out. And being that it's so cold out this morning, the car's running about 2,000 RPM. So we're at 2,000 RPM on the tack, and that will drop down. We are out of fuel, so we're going to have to get some fuel. Our oil level is coming up, and as you can see, she is stone cold. So let's head to the fuel depot, the QT, my favorite place to get fuel around here, and fill her up and be on the way. And so while we're warming up here, I'm gonna go ahead and pull my heat levers, both of these levers right here, and I brought my heat gun, so we'll see what kind of temperature the heater puts out in this car. It's usually very warm, so we're just gonna go ahead and hit the road, even though I let it warm up for just about a few minutes while I did the intro and so forth. You know, we'll just take it easy and be on our way. All right, so I'm here filling up with non-ethanol. I always like to use non-ethanol in these older cars. Just really have concerns about what the ethanol does to some of the fuel system pieces and hardware. And then this has a semi-flexible hose in it. The fuel lines that go back to the back of the tank, run through the tunnel. Very, very difficult to replace. So you just want to take care of all that kind of stuff. So we're filling her up here. We're already at 12 gallons, and as I said before, this has a pretty large gas tank, so we'll just see how much it takes. All right, so we're filled up. We're right here at 17.1 gallons, which does it. So like I said, it has a fairly large fuel tank for a car of this size, and that's great for touring. You can go all day without having to refuel. So it is just an absolute beautiful day to be driving a air-cooled 911. I really think that these cars run so much better. They just seem to run better. I don't know if they do when you've got cold temperatures on the outside. And I took my jacket off. We're toasty warm in here. I brought my heat gun so we can see what kind of temperature the heat puts out. It's kind of hard to do driving at the same time, so I'll maybe have to pull over. We'll do a shot and just see how warm the air is coming out of the heat vents. But it's very comfortable in here. Great cold weather, great cold climate cars. As I said in the earlier uploads, the air conditioning is somewhat ineffective on these cars, particularly with the size of the vents and the amount of airflow that you have. But in the wintertime, you know, considering where the cars came from and their heritage, they're cold weather automobiles. And of course, our tank is full of fuel, and our temperature's coming up. It usually comes up to about the first peg or so there when it's fully warmed up. So we're about halfway up to temperature. We're going to hit the road. We'll check back with you in about an hour. We're kind of making our way through some small towns here. I'll just put it neutral for a second, and you can see that the idle has come right down to just about 900 RPM. So you know, that's good, and that's where that warm-up regulator is fully disengaged, so to speak. That's not the right term, but she'll idle at 900 RPM. Beautiful country driving, kind of coming through the back roads. I even went through a national forest, but you might can hear the motor working a little bit harder now. So we are approaching the moving along at 3,400 RPM, so things have changed in terms of our speed. So this is kind of a combination of 60 mile an hour, 65 mile an hour back roads for an hour or so, and then now we've got our 85 consistent 85 mile an hour, 3,400 RPM speed. So this will be a fuel economy test of multiple things in terms of excuse me, in terms of how we drive. Well, here's our stop and go traffic that most likely be killing our fuel economy, but that's part of it. Well, we're here in Charlotte, North Carolina, and among all the other errands and things we have to do and meet up with some folks for lunch and so forth, I always like to stop by dealerships that I haven't been to and show you some certain things. This is a 2021 Carrera S, Porsche 911 Carrera S, and of course our SC right here. And you can see, true to the design, you can see the similarities and also many of the differences too between these two cars that are 40 years apart. So anyway, while we're here, we saw this 2021 Carrera S, and just kind of wanted to give you a little side-by-side comparison, of 40 years of evolution into Porsche 911. So if you're wondering where we are, we're at Foreign Cars Italia here in Charlotte. I got parking's tight as it is everywhere in big cities, especially around the holidays. So unfortunately, I had to park right here between these two 488s. Got the white one and of course the red one. We're gonna go inside the dealership and see my friend Costas in here and see what they have inside. So we're going to start out here in the garage in the back area. Ferrari California, the last V8 Ferrari here, also has the F1 transmission, and you can just kind of see what they have here. Kind of in the back is used cars, and we'll come all the way down to the end here, and we got a 430 down here, which of course has the F1 transmission. So we'll go out and check out the new ones in the lobby, and that'll about do it for us here at Ferrari of Charlotte. So we're here in the showroom, and this is the F8 Spider over here. So I stand corrected. This is a 2022 Portofino. These cars are made to order, so there is no new inventory. And this 488 Spider is actually 7 years old. And just absolutely perfect condition. So what we'll do is we'll go back here and take a look at the leather selections and some of your choices if you're going to get a new Ferrari ordered. And if you are ordering your Ferrari, you just kind of come in the back here, and there's some just general samples of things. Exterior paint colors over here, more exterior paint colors over here. Examples of interior stitching, interior fabrics with the leather, and Alcantara and things like that. Different steering wheels, designs like that, things you can look through for stitching on those wheels. More exterior paint colors, and of course your wheels and tires and brake combinations that you can look at. These are carbon ceramic right here, obviously. Different types of leather. I got charcoal, Bordeaux, sterling, just beautiful leather. Everything's done the Ferrari way. Everything in here comes from Italy. So that's the way it is. And if you want things beyond just these offerings here, then you go to New York and you can pick out everything custom if you want. Just some seating patterns here, different types of seating. And that's about it. Ferrari of Charlotte. We're going to get back on the road in the SC. About an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes, we'll be home. And we're going to stop back at the QT and check our fuel economy. All right, well, we have wrapped up at the Queen City, Charlotte, and we are back on the road, but we're not moving very fast. One of the bad things about, being in larger metropolitan areas is that there's always roll-stop traffic and accidents everywhere. So we're going to keep moving along as quickly as we can and get back to back home here eventually. So we are still on the road, as you can obviously see. It's getting late. The sun has set right over here, and it's just a beautiful evening coming on. Still probably about 30 minutes out. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sign off here because it's going to be getting dark, and of course I need to keep my eyes on the road. But we'll be at the QT next. We're going to fill up and just see what kind of miles per gallon we get. Certainly, I know one thing: we've had a lot of miles per gallon today, driving the 911 all day long, from first thing this morning until into dark. I'll give you a little hint on our miles per gallon. We're at probably just about a little over half a tank of fuel, so I don't know what that means, but we're going to find out shortly. So when I come back, we'll be at the QT. All right, so we are back. We're filling up the QT, and we've still just a little bit above half a tank of fuel. So it'll be interesting to see how much fuel it takes, and then we'll check our fuel economy and let you know what we did. All right, so she stopped right at 8.675 gallons. We'll give it one more little squirt right there. We got a little rice burner right there you might have seen. So we give it one more little squirt, and it goes to 8.8 gallons on the money. All right, so I checked the mileage inside the car. We have 215 miles round trip, and we'll get our calculator out here, and 215 miles divided by 8.8 gallons equals 24.43 miles to gallon. So that's not bad fuel economy for a 40-year-old vehicle. So anyway, that's the end of our test. That's the end of our winter trip in the Porsche 911. And if you like classic cars, boats, trucks, classic vintage Porsches, subscribe to the channel. Give us a thumbs up if you like the content. That'll help our analytics and keep us doing content like this. So anyway, take care, have a great day, and it's been a fun day here in the Porsche 911.